Good morning children, this is A. Manoj Kumar. Now I am going to explain about the natural reliance of the earth. Good morning children, this is A. Manoj Kumar working in Oxford High School, Uppugonduru. Last session what we discussed about four reliance on the earth. Those are yes, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere. After that then I explained you jigsaw puzzle, then lithosphere information also I explained you. Then now I will explain sea floor spreading. Sea floor spreading. Geologists studying the crust under the sea have discovered that under some oceans like the Pacific Ocean there are mid-oceanic ridges or ranges. Generally we are observing ranges, that means a chain of mountains in some areas. For example, Himalayas, if you see a chain of mountains we can observe, especially Himalayan regions, then Andes ranges. Okay, geologists studying the crust under the sea. Here also they are keenly observing the earth. So this is showing the study of earth. One more image regarding geologists studying the crust under the sea. Geologists, they are seeing after digging the earth, they are observing the layers on the earth. Geologists studying the crust under the sea. One more image, geologists studying the crust. This is the image of mid-ocean ridge. These mid-ocean ridges are formed by lava rising up from the mantle. How many layers we have? Three layers. Number one is topmost layer, that is crust. Number two mantle. Then number three core. The eruptions on the ridge create new ocean floor made of basalt rocks. Basalt rocks in the sense these are one kind of rocks which then spreads laterally. The mid-ocean ridges contain the newest crust formed on the planet. So very important this one. Especially mid-ocean ridges contain the newest crust. See this slide, volcano erupting. Volcano eruption you are seeing now. This fresh crust is being slowly pulled away from the ridge, widening the ocean basin. This leads to what is called sea floor spreading. Okay, now once again I will say what is sea floor spreading. The fresh crust is being slowly pulled away from the ridge, widening the ocean basin. It widening the ocean basin. This leads to what is called sea floor spreading. This is the image of mid-ocean ridge. Next one, sea floor spreading. Already we discussed mid-ocean ridges found by the scientists. Earth scientists, they founded mid-ocean ridges. These mid-ocean ridges formed due to the volcanic eruptions. This image belongs to sea floor spreading. What is it? Sea floor spreading. Due to the volcanic eruptions in the mid-ocean ridges, then earth crust, inside of the crust coming out, it is spreading towards the basins. Which basins? Sea basins. Image relating to sea floor spreading. Another image. See one more image. This image is the best example for new sea floor spreading. Here water in the ocean is not shown. See what you are observing in the middle. So in the middle, new sea floor slowly spreading towards the continents. It is pushing the continents. Which one? New sea floor. How new sea floor forming? Due to the volcanic eruptions in the middle of the ocean, where mid-ocean ridges are mid-ocean ridges or ranges are existed. Their eruptions took place. Due to the eruptions, then due to the volcanic eruptions, then lava coming out, then it is pushing the new sand towards the continents. Now we will see drama at the margins. Margins in the sense plate margins. The margins of the plates are the boundaries where the plates meet, are the sites of highest geological activity. Remember, very important this point is, just now I explained you how new crust is formed, leading to sea floor spreading along the mid-ocean ridges. Similarly, in other margins of the plates, where one plate meets another, often the incoming plate dips under the stable plate. Do you understand? In fact, the incoming plate actually goes into the mantle of the earth and becomes molten due to the heat of the mantle. Mantle is in which form? Yes, liquid form. How many layers we have? Yes, crust, it is a solid rock. Then number 2 is mantle, totally it is a liquid form. Then core. Okay na? See this map showing the plate boundaries, margins of the plates. The plate thus going under into the mantle actually pulls the rest of the plate with it. Okay. This is in turn pulls the newly formed seafloor near the ocean ridges. I will quote one best example here. The Indian plate on which the Deccan Plateau of South India rides pushes the Eurasian plate and goes under it just where the Himalaya mountains are. This image explaining how Himalayas formed. Just imagine one day in very distant future the land you are standing upon will go under the Himalayas and join the molten mantle. In fact, the Himalayan mountains were formed by this process of the Indian plate pushing into the Eurasian plate. Just as if you spread a sheet of cloth on a table and push it from one side, it will fold and form mountains like formations. Isn't it or not? See the image of Himalayas formation. Many of the plate boundaries are also characterized by volcanic eruptions. That means, especially in the plate boundaries area affecting with volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, they are the most earthquake prone and volcanic prone zones, which are plate boundaries. Many of the plate boundaries are also characterized by volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. They are the most earthquake prone and volcanic prone zones. Prone means affected areas. This is volcanic eruption image. In your textbook, these images given. So keenly observe these images. Stage 1, continental cracks due to pressure of convectional currents. Stage 2, the cracked portion of the crust collapses to form the rift valley or depression. Stage 3, oceans takes the place of depression. Still the magma keeps rising to form the cracks or fault. Stage 4, oceans at present. Sea floor spreading you are observing now. Yourself you collect the data regarding this. Locate the Himalayas, Andes and Rockies in the map. Why were they formed in those locations only? Suggest reasons. One more task for you. Are all rocks on the earth formed in the mid-ocean ridges? Geologists have found fossils of sea animals on the Himalayas. Some of these are actually worshipped in many homes as salagrams. How do you think these fossils are there on the Himalayas? So yourself you try to find out these answer, because earlier only one sea existed, that is nothing but Tethys Sea. Based on that you try to find out the answer. Another question for you. Are you feeling Earth is moving? No. Why do you think we don't feel any of these mighty changes taking place on the Earth? Is it because they don't affect us? Do you think these changes affect us at all? So try to find out this answer. Another important topic, slow movements and sudden movements. In the above section, we saw two kinds of changes in the lithosphere. First, the very slow movements leading to the formation of the crust, movement of the continental plates and their eventual return to the mantle. Second, the sudden and dramatic eruption eruption of volcanoes and earthquakes. These comes under sudden movements category. When compared to slow movements, the sudden movements can be destructive and cause much damage. At the same time, they also lead to changes in landforms. Which one? Sudden movements. Okay. Volcanic eruption image. See the figure of a volcano. Volcanoes are places on the earth surface where molten material from the mantle erupts on the earth surface. This molten material is also accompanied by steam, smoke and various forms of gases from the depths of the earth. The smoke, ash and dust spreads out in the atmosphere while the molten materials cool and form hard rocks called igneous rocks. Already in this lesson we saw one kind of rocks, basalt rocks, while seashore spreading, then by that time which rocks will come out? Basalt rocks. Structure of the volcano, you are observing magma chamber down to that image, then side vent, then central vent, then layers of lava and ash from past eruptions, then finally lava coming out, volcanic bombs. Okay, let me explain you about important volcanoes in the world. See this world map, you are easily find out where important volcanoes are existed. Cotopaxi, Ecuador, here in South America it is existed. Then Mount Pelee, West Indies, here West Indies is located. Between North America and South America, West Indies is existed. Then Vesuvius, it is in Italy, it is in European continent. Then Sicily, Stromboli, these are all located in Italy. Then Kilimanjaro, Tanzania, which is in African continent. Barren Narcondam, these two located in Andaman Nicobar Islands, which is part and parcel of India. Mayan, these volcanoes existed in Philippines. Then Fujiyama, this is existed in Japan. This is Stromboli volcano, which is located in Sicily, Italy. Another image of Stromboli. Another volcano, Mount Pelee, which is existed in West Indies. This arrow mark showing us the exact point of Mount Pelee volcano, which is in West Indies. Another volcano, Mount Vesuvius, which is existed in Italy. This is Italy map. Yellow square mark area of map. See the left side, that mark given that indicates Vesuvius volcano, which is located in Italy. Next volcano, Fujiyama, which is located in Japan. This is the map of country Japan. Another volcano, Cotopaxi, which is existed in Ecuador. Another volcano, Mayan, which is located in Philippines. Barren and Narcondam, these two active volcanoes located in India, especially these two existed in Andaman Nicobar Islands, which is Union Territory of India. Another volcano, Kilimanjaro, which is existed in Tanzania. If you keenly observe the volcanoes, some part of the lava may not reach the surface and may cool under the surface and becomes rocks. These are called intrusive landforms. They are usually covered with boulder rocks and are exposed sometimes due to erosion of the covering rocks. A part of the lava which pours on the surface of the earth, that means which reached on the surface of the earth, forms the extrusive landforms. Up to now, we discussed about intrusive landforms and extrusive landforms. In this image, what we are going to discuss, not all of them come from volcanoes. Some of them are poured out of fissures on the earth surface and spread all around them. See this image. So last slide what I told you, fissures. Fissures means holes. In your textbook this image given, once go through Stromboli volcano, most active volcano in the world or lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea? Which volcano is called as lighthouse of the Mediterranean Sea? Stromboli volcano. Remember. Now I am going to assign one work to you. Take rough notebook and note down this one. Write an imaginary description of damages that occur due to the volcanic eruption in your area or else in an area. Another important one, Pacific Ring of Fire. See this image in your textbook also given. This Pacific Ring of Fire. Once go through your textbook. This image also once observe. On the globe showing Pacific Ring of Fire. For many decades, geologists noted that the high number of earthquakes and volcanic activity occurring around the Pacific Rim, that means Pacific Plates area, the edges of the Pacific Ocean basin. About 3/4 of all active volcanoes in the world lie within the Pacific Ring of Fire. The theory of plate tectonics provided the expansion for this pattern. Plate boundaries are found all the way around the Pacific basin. It is along these plate boundaries that many volcanoes and earthquakes occur, giving it the name the Pacific Ring of Fire. You tell me how earthquakes measures? By using which instrument earthquakes measuring? Yes, seismograph. The velocity of earthquake measured by the seismograph. Now I am ending up this session with this image. So in the next session I will explain you external forces.